I hope you guys are doing well. I know I'm doing well myself. I just moved into a nice Mexican neighborhood. It's extremely festive. In 1 week, my neighbor had a baby shower, a quinceañera, and a wedding. And I was like, Jesus, that girl's growing up fast. It's weird, man. My neighbor has one of those families who argue all the time, but they argue in Spanish, so I just think they're playing music. It could be domestic violence or Despacito, I'm not sure. I don't know, man. When I'm bored, I like watching couples argue, it's fun. The best couple argument I ever saw in my life was in Planned Parenthood. And remember, this is a Planned Parenthood in Vegas, so it's fucking packed. It's practically the DMV. I'll never forget, I was in the lobby, and the dude stands up and he goes, Amy, I told you we should have came earlier. And the chick stands up and goes, Mark, you coming early is why we're here. That comeback was so good, her baby kicked. I saw it. It's like, fuck you! It's amazing. Did you guys know Planned Parenthood is the only place in Las Vegas without slot machines? Because they figure if you're there, you've gambled enough, right? I don't know, man. I don't think I ever want to have kids. Because kids are just people you have to lie to constantly. When I was 8 years old, my dad told me I could be an astronaut. Last week, he told me Ross was hiring. All of you can all stop placing bets now on mixed race? Yeah. I'm black and Filipino. Or as the cops describe me, Puerto Rican. So those of you guessing I look like a homeless Bruno Mars, you're right, yeah. Fuck those of you that laughed at that joke. It's weird, man. Growing up, I had like troubles with my racial identity, you know? One day I got cornrows to try to look more black, but no one told me when you get cornrows, they just pull your skin back and make you look way more Asian. Yo, in 1 hour I went from Filipino to Chinese. Fucking horrible. It's weird, man. I saw a billboard the other day for the local university here. It's called UNLV. And the billboard said, UNLV, the diversity here is amazing. Which makes no sense. Because if you tell a 20-year-old dude, hey man, the diversity here is amazing, what you're really saying is, hey man, the Asian bitches here are amazing. I used to date a Jewish girl, you know, for tax purposes. And what? She was really Jewish. She had 2 yarmulkes in her nipples, like pasties. It was... Oh man, it was weird. She would always have to explain to me how the Jewish holidays have worked. Like, well, Vince, on Rosh Hashanah, we don't work. And on Hanukkah, we don't work. And then what you know, I got some cousins that will make amazing Jews. I love that show. It's strange, man. I had a friend of mine trying to talk to me the other day. He was like, hey Vince, so what do you think about all that police brutality? And I was like, wow man, you're horrible at conversation. Police brutality is your icebreaker. It's so weird, especially when you're black. Because when you're black, people talk to you about police brutality like you're a fan of a team that's having a bad season. Damn guys, you guys getting beat again this year, what's going on? You guys get new players, free agents? Jesus. Believe it or not, before stand-up comedy, I used to be a correctional officer in prison. Because the pay is good, and they say they drug test, but they don't. I know this because I smoked weed every morning before work. And it's not a good look when you walk into prison smelling like freedom. I'll never forget, one of the inmates almost caught me. He was like, hey, CO, I think I smell weed on you. And I was like, excuse me, that's my job. I promise if I smell weed on myself, I will alert myself immediately. Working in prison, people always ask me, Vince, what's the most dangerous guy you've ever met in prison? And I go, well, that's easy. It's a giant white dude, covered in tattoos, has killed multiple people. His name is Officer Richardson. A common question I always had for myself in prison was, if I ever caught two inmates making love in a cell, how would I stop them? Would I just yell regular prison shit? Like, hey, get on the ground. And they're like, good idea. And that's been my time. My name is Vincent Blackshear. Thank you so much, guys.